people, and that makes me feel home.
Plateau, the beautiful.
But are they captured in the national statistics as the new forms of creative occupations, productivity or production, and of course transactions? And that's our big question tonight on the program. Now, this brings us to the issue of whether or not the rise in creative economy has impacted on Nigeria, and how cultural practitioners, filmmakers, architects, musicians, and writers have creatively developed pathways that encourage inclusive, equitable, and sustainable growth in the industry. Stay with us on your weekend companion as we digest the art, the emerging global role model for business. My name is Kirian Umayo, and I am set to take you on Weekend File. Buhari assures the team that the federal government and indeed all Nigerians will continue to support the team to make Nigeria proud. The president also commended the Akwa Ibom state government for hosting the match and the fans for their good conduct and sportsmanship throughout the game. Nigerians have been called to disregard some newspaper publications alleging the exchange of $21 million ransom for the release of the 21 Chibok girls. In a statement, the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, says the successes recorded by the government in the fight against terrorism have been as a result of collaboration between the country's security agencies. He called on the Nigerian media to continue to support the security agencies as they fight to free the country from terrorism. The Defense Headquarters has described as unfounded rumor media report alleging that ransom was paid in exchange for the release of 21 Chibok girls. In a statement, the acting director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Rabi Abubakar, says it is worrisome that a section of the media continues to undermine the modest effort of government and security agencies and other stakeholders. General Rabi Abubakar says the military and other security agencies will not be distracted and would remain focused on achieving its objectives in the northeast. Governor Godwin Obaseki says his promise to create 200,000 jobs will be fulfilled through agriculture, increase in vocational studies, and growth of small-scale businesses. He said this at his inaugural address as governor of Edo State. Agatha Egware Ojo has that report.
The oath of office was administered on the new governor and his deputy by the Chief Justice of the state in the presence of the Senate President Bukola Saraki, some APC governors, APC chieftains, captains of industry, and former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon.
That as the governor of Edo State,
I will discharge my duties.
I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability. Faithfully
and development of the nation. Governor Almakora was speaking in Lafia when he received the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Godia Akwasheke, and other state officials of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, and the People's Democratic Party who defected to the APC. Joshua Ojito was there for us.
Until his defection to APC, the Deputy Speaker of National State House of Assembly, Godia Akwasheke, was elected under the platform of PDP, who is serving his second term in the House. Receiving the Deputy Speaker and other officials of ABGA, including its State Secretary Emmanuel Yaro, Governor Ali Mukura said the change mantra of the APC administration is already yielding results, especially in the successes recorded against insurgency, fight against corruption, and reviving the economy.
In my programs in Nasarawa State as a whole, I have refused to be carried away by the opposition stance of that local government.
We reassure him of our loyalty to APC family, to his government, and government of General Muhammadu Buhari as the president of this country.
The defection of the Deputy Speaker of Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Godiya Kwashiki, brings to 20 APC members in the House, while PDP now has 4 members. In Lafia, Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
And the federal government has urged potential investors to take advantage of the demand and supply of agricultural produce and invest in the sector. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Audu Obe, made the appeal during a meeting with a team of Russian investors in Abuja. Musa Babaliu reports.
The team of Russian investors led by the Russian ambassador to Nigeria was in the Ministry of Agriculture for discussions on agricultural potentials and investment opportunities. Their interest is in the area of crop production, especially grains and livestock.
Artificial areas, what is the soil, fertility of soil, what is the weather, what is the climate. They have to understand Russian business.
They have 4 million metric tons of rice that they could export. So we have no money to import. You bring your rice, pay 70% duty, you sell it. In the alternative, we have land for you, you come, you grow, you process.
Minister of Agriculture Audu Ogwe told the investors that Nigeria has the huge deficit gap in the demand and supply of food and expressed the present administration's readiness to evolve flexible policy.
Having only 48% of the world's registered vehicles. The report also projects that if no action is taken, road traffic crashes will result in the death of about 1.9 million people annually by 2020. In view of this, the Vehicle Inspection Officers Directorate critically analyzed the root cause of road traffic crashes and preferred solutions towards reducing it to the barest minimum.
It has become imperative for us to analyze these challenges so that we can find lasting solutions to them.
The issue of driver's training, the challenge of fake driver's license, will be critically examined in the course of our discussion at this conference.
You have worn out tires. We know because of the situation, the recession in the country, people are not ready to spend money to repair their vehicles, thereby trading their lives.
A communique for future reference is expected at the end of the conference. In Abuja, Olajide Bello, NTA News.
The governors of Anambra and Delta states say they are working on a blueprint for cooperation towards building a viable economic bloc in the country. Governor Willie Obiano announced this after a closed-door meeting with town hall meeting in Kano. It is also designed to address the concerns and expectations of depositors, especially small savers. Abdullahi Mustafa has the report.
The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, is an agency mandated to protect depositors and complement the role of the Central Bank of Nigeria in ensuring safe and sound banking system. It ensures deposit guarantee, bank supervision, failure resolution, and bank liquidation. In addition, the corporation creates awareness on the rights of bank customers. This is done through fora such as the town hall meeting with stakeholders in Kano.
We are all aware of the numerous complaints bank customers have all over the place, and this is world over. And that's why regulators and supervisors all over the world have a responsibility to ensure that banks' customers are treated fairly and equitably. If there are improper disclosures, there is no transparency in the business decision, in what you are going to pay, in the return that you are going to pay the bank on financing. You have a right to make your complaint, and definitely this complaint is going to be addressed.
With the theme, Bank Customer Relations, the Role of NDIC, the session featured presentations which elicited comments and questions from bank customers. Most of the issues raised were on whether or not certain charges could be stopped or reduced as a way of encouraging cashless transactions and ensuring...
On a toll-free number 622.
NORC advised consumers and members of the public to embrace the Commission's disposition by assisting it to eradicate some fraudulent activities that exist in the industry. He further discouraged Nigerians from buying or selling pre-registered SIM cards, noting that it is a criminal offense.
Mostly those people that engage in that are criminals. They want to use your identity, a phone carrying your identity. They will use it to be committing crimes, so that when they hold them or hold their phones, it is you that they will come and arrest.
Nigerians were also advised against purchasing and using substandard devices, which are capable of degrading the quality of services available in the networks, as well as pose serious safety issues to users. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
Wife of the President, Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, has appealed to all Nigerians to support the cause of ending violence and malnutrition in the country. She said this during a walk in support of victims of violence in Abuja. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday reports that Aisha Buhari was represented by the wife of Nasarawa State Governor, Mero Almakora.
Statistics from the Children Investment Fund Foundation, CIFF, indicates that about 18 million children worldwide suffer from severe acute malnutrition, and Nigeria having its own share, with most of them domiciled in the internally displaced persons camps. The work organizers say is to further create awareness on the need for everyone to support government in making life better for the IDPs and help them return to their homes.
She has a passion for women, children, and the youth of this country. And her program, Future Assured, has done a lot to uplift the living standard of the people living in the IDP camps.
Anything that has to do with malnutrition, concern for the children and the less privileged, I think we, especially wives of governors, we play a passionate role in that.
Initiator of the work, Suleiman Gumi, says Nigeria is blessed with varieties of foods that can help the malnourished children recover quickly.
Now the next step is to teach the IDPs what to use, how to make this sava meal. Yeah.
The message from this work is that every child deserves to survive and live a healthy life. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday, NTA News.
Members of Nigeria Fallen Heroes Project have condoled the wife and family of late Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Abu Ali, who died while fighting insurgents in Borno State. The national coordinator of the project, Kenneth Ibekalu, led the delegation. Ibrahim Bilogunda reports.
This was the mood when the team visited the mother of the deceased to condole her. The project coordinator, Kenneth Ibekalu, said the death of Lieutenant Colonel Abu Ali and other fallen heroes who paid the ultimate price defending the integrity of Nigeria is a great loss to Nigeria. He assured her that Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Abu Hassan Ali, a patriotic Nigerian, will be remembered forever.
To pay tribute is to honor, to remember those who are fighting in the
arts, entertainment, and culture industry. Remain with us for a closer look when we return from this break. You're watching Weekend File on the NTA network service.
When has it reached this? Much less this. And this. And this. And this. Help reclaim our Commonwealth. Lend your support to the fight against corruption for a better Nigeria.
Madam, this is you carry a reverse joke. So because you don't dash you too much bonus, now you want to call finish me, eh? Madam, it's not easy.
You don't add photography during your work.
Yes, now. I said, this Smart Connect, don't skip up with free WhatsApp. I wearing dash me. I mean, I can't skip up.
So you mean say this one too, don't join the overjaras?
Yes, now. Then don't also add bonus to call family and friends. So as I talk to you now, I don't add you. I add Madam. Then, I put small Madam.
Buy an
Airtel SIM, pre-charge and enjoy over Jara bonus on Smart Connect.
I don't have a family and friend. I don't become family.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Goodness is getting better. Introducing new exciting packs from Hollandia Yogurt. Goodness just got better. Hollandia Yogurt. It's all good.
From the House of Chi.
Goodness is getting better. Introducing new exciting packs from Hollandia Yogurt. Goodness just got better. Hollandia Yogurt. It's all good.
From the House of Chi.
It's truck month at Ford, and we've got a Ranger just for you, Vincent. Here's the Workhorse 2.5 petrol single cab with free Ford Protect, a 4-year, 120,000-kilometer service plan, or the 2.5 petrol-based double cab with 800 million.
The Assured project and its components, Get Involved, initiated by the wife of the president, Her Excellency Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, is not relenting in championing the cause of Nigerian women and children. Its provision of free medical screening, educational support, and the fight against malnutrition, especially in the Northeast, has indeed informed international recognition, partnerships, and awards.
We are very grateful and appreciative for your wonderful gesture you have accorded to us.
With Future Assured, Nigerian women and children are assured of a bright future.
Future is assured when we join hands to promote the health of our women and children. Get involved.
Get involved and support the Future Assured initiative. Future Assured, promoting and protecting the lives of Nigerian women and children.
And you are welcome back. Still watching Weekend File on the network service of the NTA. And out of stories from different parts of the country. As oil prices continue to fall, experts say an inward look at the creative industry in Nigeria could avail the country the next lifeline. Orina Kaluoka in this report takes a look at the potential of this industry and its impact on the economy if properly harnessed.
19 years after the death of Nigerian's popular Afrobeat musician Fela Anikulapo Kuti, his kind of music has continued to attract global attention. The Broadway musical
as an income-generating sector per se, but I am very happy that the realities of the times is forcing us to look at different areas of revenue generation.
The nation's fashion industry is said to be worth over 2 trillion naira. Globally, the creative industry has been growing to become increasingly important to the economy of the countries due to government support. Although Nigerian government has made efforts to support the industry, the stakeholders believe more has to be done.
Are we really ready to take on to this as the alternative revenue source? I must say that we have not seen much serious inputs. Policies need to be made in such a way that will allow the private sector, will encourage investment from the private sector.
Let the private sector be involved in a much larger way, and it will be driven by the private sector and us. And then the performance will be much better.
They called for the need to have a definite roadmap carrying all the sectors along.
We are looking at the other areas too. Arts and crafts could become a gold mine.
Also, they called for more patronage of Nigeria.
And Diaspora Africa. They present works. When they finish, we're able to publish these materials, bind them into copies, translate them into 3 languages, Spanish, French, and English. It's like on a nice resource, even what we can generate revenue using our culture.
I feel that the alternative to recession is culture. And I want to see that the government is interested.
Lagos, for instance, is popular for its beaches, the National Museum and other recreational centers which has stood the test of time. At various tourism sites, foreign investors, pupils and art enthusiasts are often taken round by the curators.
Our school curriculum should have this so that the students could come to
a museum like this and know part of our history.
Experts say it is crucial for governments at all levels, stakeholders in the creative industry, as well as arts lovers to support initiatives that promote the traditions of the African continent through the conservation and preservation of art pieces for posterity and transference of values. In Lagos for Weekend File, I am Lynn Lenake.
Kano has in recent times made discoveries of artifacts that further tells the history and culture of the people. One of such artifacts
of what they called gold.
There's law against that. Nobody has the right to excavate, unless National Commission for Museums and Monuments.
The curator advised Nigerians to always intimate the National Museums and Monuments for any discovery to avoid cannibalizing any artifacts whenever they found it in the country. From Kano, Ramatu Abdullahi reporting for Weekend Fire.
All right, now let's take you to Jos, the Plateau State capital, and hear from Buret Lord.
Nigeria's economy now in a downward trend due to a drop in oil revenue. Experts in the tourism and arts are advocating the mobilization of revenue potentials that abound in the creative industry to leapfrog Nigeria from its struggling status to a more advanced democracy, using the tools of museum and culture as agents of revenue earner.
A discipline can equip practitioners with enough arsenal to go into the field and use their creativity to create wealth.
What I liked on Nollywood is a success story. If the government can embrace film, it will not only create job opportunities.
Must invest in these sectors to bring about economic diversification. Rinret Lot for Weekend File.
And you are watching Weekend File on the network service of the NTA. Our guest will be joining me in the studio very shortly to, of course, look at the issues raised on a creative economy. We'll be right back after the break.
It's the Glow CAF Awards Silver Jubilee Edition, where the stars of football and entertainment come together to celebrate the Oscars of football. And we'd like you to join us. That's right. Glow is giving away 300 VIP invites to Africa's most prestigious football awards. To stand a chance to be selected, simply use 25,000 Naira on your Glow SIM between October 10th and 31st December 2016. It's that easy. There's only one place to be in January 5th, 2017, the Glow CAF Awards. The largest data network, Glow, Grandmasters of Data.
This must be one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts. But there's something else it gives us. When we see such beauty, we want to share it with those we love. That's what LG wants you to.
The duty of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Glad to have you back. Dr. Anikwe Ferdinand Ikechukwu is the Director General, Center for Black and African Arts Civilization. He's now with me in the studio to discuss the issues so far. Dr. Anikwe, you're welcome to Weekend File.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's begin this way. What, in your assessment, is the capacity of the creative economy or the industry?
That is the point. The point is that this industry, which holds the future for Nigeria, is allowed, is not organized, is not properly coordinated, is not harnessed in any way, And we think that the relevant agencies should actually come together and be able to tell the Nigerians what we can do from this sector. There must be appropriate legislation. There must be the statistics. And in the case of statistics, we are supposed to open up centers across the country to be able to develop information about the creative economy. Remember that what you are doing in the studio belongs to the creative economy sector. Architects, designs. Of course, you know the Nollywood. I've seen beautiful things that are done using the psychomotor application. That is your hands.
Can this sector actually help Nigeria recover from this recession?
In short, that is the place, that is the gold mine of Nigeria. And let me tell you, they are already doing that, but they are not quantified. Do you know that Nollywood makes people millionaires in other countries, in foreign lands, than here? Even the actors and actresses from the Nollywood don't make as much money as those who sell it outside Nigeria. Do we know those who sell it? Do you know the producers? What are the connections? What are the linkages? We are unable to come up with the proper way of organizing these things. So the association is not the matter, but there must be a nexus.
Now, creative activities across the globe, have
these things contribute generally to the creative economy. And First Act 77.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Let me ask you this question. Now, you are the DG of the Center for Black and African Art Civilization.
Yes.
Right now, if you're in a position to advise the present administration, which is working so hard to diversify the nation's economy, now, what will you bring to the table for them to take from with respect to how we could organize this scattered but highly valuable sector? What would be your advice?
No, first of all, government will listen to ideas proposed by the people in the ministry. The Ministry of Information and Culture has experts and those who are qualified to do that. A little paradigm shift, a little shift to this creative economy, including, of course, those tourism areas. Do you know that some of these tourist centers require just 4-corner house, a plant for people who trekked a long time to stay, put on a fan, and they will rest a while. But these things are not provided. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria has the best tourism destination anywhere in the world. And the people in tourism industry are doing quite fine. But we want a coordination, we want support. We want the people in federal government to take it as a cardinal point. Because in the budget appears not to remember that people in this sector will contribute more. I'm being frank with you.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is that where you see even the disabled persons, they will be working, and then the works of art are there displayed. There are many things you can find Nigerians.
All right, and there are too many agencies actually in the creative industry, right? And they appear not to be dominant, dormant. So why is that so?
No, they are not dormant. What I'm saying is that their contributions have not been recorded. They are doing quite fine. But the statistics has not shown their contributions to the economy. You just calculate what oil does. You import-export. You don't know what these people are doing. And so we are doing what... It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Now we pause for more messages. We can fire returns very shortly.
The production, distribution, and sale of counterfeit and fake drugs is a corrupt practice and a crime against humanity.